You know, that lady's voice really gets on my nerves. I'm like, why did they have to institute the voice? Like
Yeah,
that voice.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty adaptable, but some stuff I'm just
Yeah,
like it puts me over. Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Why? And listen, because I got the little board over there,
yeah,
I got to be careful how loud it is when I
yeah,
hear that little computer voice.
yeah, yeah.
So, but what up, y'all?
What's up? What's up?
But I
What's
guess
up?
that's the kind of the thing we're gonna talk about today, like how to deal with people, but not just people in your house, and not just people in your house, like the one that you love, your
Mhm.
spouse, and all of that. But so last week we were on the regular live. Yo, can you imagine? I am like super tech dude,
Yeah,
but I don't do that. I don't really do the normal phone live thing. So I
yeah.
was just like, I've aimed the joint at somebody like on a stage before, but I've never tried to interact really too much. Like, and I was like, this is messing my head up. I need to get back in the Zoom thing.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool though. It was cool.
Yup. Yup.
It was cool. Yeah. So yeah, we back. We
Yeah.
back.
We back.
We
We
back.
we back. We back. We
Mhm.
back. We back. We back.
So, for those of you joining us for the very first time, I say this every day, Quest, on one of my
Yep.
other
Yep.
programs. Like for the very first time, what is that? Like the same? I'm supposed to know you don't use adverbs and everything. Like,
Yep.
anyway, or is it an adverb? I don't know. For the first time, that is the guy that's over there. Don't really care what I'm saying. Is Quest. Like, who cares if you say very? And then there's me trying to like self edit. And so I'm me, and that's him. And that's why we complement and supplement each other on this here program because, you know, it is what it is. Very. Now I want to look it up because I
Bogle.
forgot.
Bogle in the dance.
Is very an adjective or an adverb? See,
Very?
very is used to give emphasis to an adjective or adverb.
Yeah.
Is it? Ah, man, I'm supposed to know.
So if it's used to
Am I
give
messing my
emphasis,
business up right now, Quest?
I don't. No, not really.
Oh, what kind of word is? Okay, that's why I can't remember. That's why I can't remember because it's a chameleon.
Yep.
Just like many words in the English language, the word very also serves a double function. It's an adverb or an adjective depending on the context. Boy, I need to brush up on this stuff. Yeah, so in a second we're gonna know what we're talking about, and it's not gonna be English grammar, parts of speech, dancing. You know, yo, you know what's the name? What's the name out? Your boy, since you over there
Oh,
dancing.
I knew the day that he came home that he was out.
So you see your boy, you see your man here though, the brown dude,
Khalid.
Khalid.
Oh, come on. Yo, you know them my dudes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, and I
yeah.
know that whatever they're about to put out is about to be magical. I'm just telling you, because I'm up till I'm laid to rest. Yes. I'm telling you.
So
I
we're
know
gonna
that
sound like we know what we're talking about besides him dancing and singing and me talking about
I
some
know the East
adverbs.
is the best. All the propaganda them spread. Tongues will laugh it confess. While I'm in bondage, living is a mess. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Clearly.
I cannot wait. I know that whatever he drops is about to be fire. That's 10 years, B. Woo! Mm.
Yeah. So there you go.
Buju with day, I'm a virgin. All right, let's
Just
go.
yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was thinking. Word up. So yeah, whenever you tell me to go, what I'm gonna do is hit the button, and that's gonna mean that we are you already know.
Liv. I think that's an E. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let me delete that and hit that click, yup, and then hit this, go back. All right. So quiet on the set. it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, the host with the most. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast, alongside my co-hosts, my man, my mellow, my man, ladies and gentlemen, L. David Harris. And MC.
What up, though?
What up? What up? What's up?
Well, I was going to say the same thing, but I have to
What's
say
up?
this. Class is in session.
Yeah. Whoa, that's mad loud, bro. All right. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition, like I said, of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. We are here. And when I say we are here, we have arrived. We are here in 2019. Happy New Year to everybody. We are back. Yup. Man, it's almost strange. D, I remember there was a time where, you know what I'm saying, like when we was in high school and we was listening to Prince and we would listen to them joints like Party Like It's 1999. You know what I'm saying? 1999 has come and gone.
Long time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And now we here are 2019, one more year. It's going to be hard to remember when we used to say, like, you know what I'm saying, like back in 88 or back in 98. It feels funny when you say back in 13.
You can't say back in 13.
You can't say back in 13. Like that sounds crazy, but or to say in 98 or not, like when you say in 13, like you have to say in 2013. You know what I'm saying? Like
Safari Reach.
I don't even know if it's going to be permissible for us to say in 20.
Nah.
It's got to be like 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even say that no more. So all these new millennial babies, like for real. But it's amazing to me because now next year we'll be able to see 2020. We're 1 year away from 2020. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of all the jargon, you know what I'm saying, and the terms that we use, it's a blessing, honor, and privilege to have life, health, and strength in this new year. And I am geeked on a whole new level because we're gonna turn up the grind this year and we're gonna go to some places and do some things that we haven't done before. Welcome everybody, for those of us who are here. And if you're still married and it's 2019 year, then you got a lot to be grateful for. Thankful for another year. You made it through another year. And I'm praying and hoping that your next years will be just that this will be the worst of your years, that the best years are ahead of you. Yeah.
The best is yet to come.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So what's up on the oh man. Next week it's gonna be a little bit different. It might be a little bit different next week.
It's gonna be a little bit different. You might not be so envious of me next week.
No, not next week. I may not be so envious next week. I'll still be envious, but not as, because to me, it's just like for me personally, it ain't no place on earth like Jamaica for me, man.
Okay. I be trying to make a bridge, but it don't ever work.
No, you did. You made a dope bridge, because next week, you know what I'm saying, we'll be at Playa del Carmen, you know what I'm saying, in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? We'll be in Mexico next week. So, we'll be broadcasting from there next week. And it's going to be lovely.
Quest is going to be broadcasting from Mexico. Yeah. I'm going to be broadcasting from Jamaica land we love.
Yeah. Oh, man. And in Jamaica land we love indeed, because there is no place on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Some might have their opinions, and you are entitled to your opinion.
Of course.
But as far as Mr. Quest Green is concerned, there is no place like.
Yo, you saw the scenery last week when we were doing the live, bro.
Man, I was looking over here.
I was just right. I was up there 2 floors last week.
Up there.
And a little bit forward.
Man, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the views are always lovely. The breeze is always lovely. And more importantly, it's sweeter when you go to the beach, preferably the North Coast.
Well, you said that, but
I'm a North Coast
full of a beach, same way.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm a North Coast dude. So yeah, man. Shouts out to JA, and it's gonna be an adventure next week because I'm gonna have Nico Mason on the beach as well. Zoe will be there with us. It's a family affair next week. We are going to welcome my brother-in-law into the ranks of marriage. You know what I'm saying? Welcome him to the club. You know what I'm saying? Because he's getting married next week. So much shouts out to John Bonilla and Anya, man, who will be getting married next week, man. Shouts out to them as they jump the broom, man, and walk into the lovely institution that we love called marriage, man. Yep.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, mazel tov. Oh, mazel tov.
Sorry, I threw away the mic.
Yes, indeed. So what's up on the island side, man?
Yeah, we living, man. We living with the blessings, with the trials, just like everybody else, except our trials aren't with cold weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ain't mad, man. I had a couple, I had some mango the other day. I didn't have to buy in the supermarket, didn't come off the wharf or the port.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't mad. Some about 80 sweet sop right outside that steel door, just kind of waiting for a brother.
Yeah.
Got some Simmons pear right outside the door, hanging right. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. And today we had callaloo, but not just regular callaloo. We had purple callaloo.
Purple callaloo.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. It is actually callaloo, but it's like, it looked like Swiss chard a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's callaloo.
Yeah.
So I had that for lunch, and I didn't have to go somewhere. Carmen, our homegirl, went to the market and picked it up for us. And yeah, so that's what it is, man.
How far is she away from you guys now?
A drive, probably 40 minutes.
Okay.
But good. It's a city drive, so that's why it's 40 minutes.
Yeah. That ain't bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and get some of these bills paid because we got limited time. You know what I'm saying? I know I got a lot on the schedule and the day ain't done yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's give a shout out to Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Yeah, check it out, guys. Breathe University is the brand new e-learning platform led by my brother, at times my pastor, my friend, and a couple other things, Dr. Eric Thomas. And inside BU, you get access to him along with all of his proven tools and strategies and resources you need to jumpstart your greatness in one convenient location. And there's a number of things that you get, man, like for real on-demand video courses, mastermind calls where you get access to people like Josh Hatch, CJ, who was the head, now Jamal King, who's bringing in the real estate dynamic, a couple of people, man. Shouts out to all those guys as well. You get access to an exclusive community. Let me tell you, there is no, and I'm not even going to say family. There is no family like the ET family, the ETA family, for real. Connect with like minds, share stories, resources, and expand your network in this private Facebook group. Then, of course, there's the live events where you can strive. Members get Strive members, that is, get 2 general session tickets, to one premier live event. And those events are off the chain. Not only is it entertaining, but the information is mind-blowing. Countless resources, books, and interviews. So yeah, man, if you want to become a part of this family of learners and learning, go to breatheuniversity.com. And if you don't want to become a part, but you want to hit one of the events are off the chain. I promise you, they are definitely life-changing. I know, because I'm at those events. And even I've gone to 1,000,001, it still don't change. But yeah, if you want a ticket to be at the next event, go to etinspires.com/events. And you too can witness it for yourself. Yeah.
Word. Well, this program is brought to you by Audible. Get your audio book and free 30-day trial at www.audibletrial.com/marriage. With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your Android, iPhone, Kindle, or MP3 player. And I am not going to recommend a book in particular. You can find the one that floats your boat, suits your taste and fancy.
Yes.
And hopefully you'll circle back and let us know what it was. So you can, again, direct your web browser to www.audibletrial.com/marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
So
we got 19 minutes to hit him in the head, Quest. What's good?
Let's give it to him, man. What we on today?
We on relationships.
Yeah.
But the thing about relationships that a lot of people don't get, Quest, believe it or
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
is the relating part.
Oh,
Can you imagine, Quest?
yeah, it's funny.
It's the relating part. Like,
Yeah.
it's too many of us are trying to make clones of ourselves. And true enough, most of us that are trying to make clones of ourselves from our spouses don't even actually like ourselves like that. Because if we did, we wouldn't be doing that. You see how that circle goes around and it's not good? You
Yep.
try to make somebody like you, but you're showing that you don't really love yourself because you're trying to make somebody you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you really respected the process and respected the relationship, you would see what blessing your spouse, in my case, my wife, is, and all that she has to offer, and where her strengths and weaknesses are, flip it around, and then
Yep.
we complement and supplement one another. You see what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
So cloning each other is really not, cloning yourself, trying to be married to that doesn't ever work.
Yeah. Well,
Trust me.
I love it, D, because I think we did a podcast earlier on this year in terms of creating
was
impact, creating impact.
Last year. That was last year.
I'm sorry. Last year, because I forgot we at the top of the year. We did a program last year where we were dealing with creating impact in the marriage. And one of the ways that you create impact is understanding not only what your spouse says, but who they are as a person. In other words, understanding their wiring. As a matter of fact, Faith was on here not too long ago talking about when we had that little conversation in the bedroom one night and we were discussing, you know what I'm saying, you know, just where we are in our relationship and how I spend my time. And when she backed me down, right? And I know in my training, it's sometimes there's a, you know what I'm saying, a disconnect between theory and application. But the reason I was able to create, and you heard what she said here for herself on the podcast, is because I operated from a place where I was not only trying to find understanding and meaning in what she was saying, but who she was as a person. And at the time that we were having the discussion, she wasn't talking as my wife. She was talking as the mother to 3 children that we got here. And I understood that. And because I understood that, I sat down and I was less defensive. It created impact for her. And she was like, oh, good, I'm loving this. You know what I'm saying? And so I say all of that to say is that we need to understand, like, whoever your spouse is, you need to understand how they're wired.
Yeah.
And I'm at this place right now where I'm studying to become DISC assessment. You know what I'm saying? Like the 4 animals assessment that we've been talking about all the time, certified. And what I realized is that, of course, you know it, there are 4 different types of people. There's different ways to classify it. Some may say the D, the I, the S, the C. Some may say gorilla, flamingo, chameleon, turtle. Some might say, what is it? Choleric.
Choleric, phlegmatic, melancholy, sanguine.
Absolutely.
The earth, wind, earth, earth, wind, fire.
Yep.
Earth, wind, fire. I'm trying not to sing. Earth, wind, fire, and water.
Water, earth, wind, fire, and water. I think that my man Mustafa, shouts out to Mustafa, I think that's the way that he classifies it. So I say all of that to say that, and here's the situations. Faith was speaking as a mother. I needed to know not only that she was speaking as a mother, but how she's wired as well. There's been many of time, D, where I've brought an idea to her and she said to me, oh, you're talking fantasy. And immediately, like, not only did I felt like I was getting shot down, but I was like, yo, you mad disrespectful. Like, I'm bringing, you know what I'm saying? No, for real. Like, I'm bringing you an idea and I'm talking about a real idea. Like, that's going to change the dynamics from where we are in the different areas of finances and quality of living and all. Like, for real, I'm seeing things. But what I failed to realize after I took the assessment, D, was that she is a turtle, which means she's very structured, very organized, right? And if I don't bring things to her in a structured or organized manner, then she can't wrap her head around it. She can't swallow it. And that was the thing that brought that, like, for real, eliminated the bridge and, you know, filled in the gap. Why? Because I understand now how she's wired. And when I'm talking to her, I need to be able to talk to her in terms she can understand. Got another couple that I'm coaching right now. One wife feels she can never get things right. Right. And the husband is always like, yo, do that, you to do this. And, you know, they arguing. And now they're like, Quest, we need help because we're constantly arguing. When they took the assessment and they sent it back to me, D, immediately I see that he's more flamingo gorilla. Right.
Quest is frozen up. For those of you listening to the broadcast, for those of you watching, you can see probably on your end that he's frozen. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen here. I hope he doesn't click off like that one time. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. I don't know what just happened. But yeah, D, I was saying that I have another couple, right, D?
Mhm.
Where the husband is the wife is feeling like she can never do anything right.
Mhm,
And the
mhm.
husband is, because she's very turtle and very chameleon driven, he's very flamingo and very gorilla driven, right? And so he's more experience and results driven, she's more process and pace driven. And so
Mhm.
he's requiring things from her that in a way that she's not naturally wired.
Right.
You feel me? And so
Right.
it's causing argument. And they're doing that because it's in their blind spots and they don't understand how each other's wired. And that's
Exactly.
what's causing the friction. So yeah.
That happens a lot in corporate structures and work
Oh,
organizations
no doubt.
for the same reasons. But let me just think of some. If you think of like certain C-level, I'm just gonna pick the C-level executives in a corporation. A
Mm-hmm.
good CEO
Yeah.
has at least one good quality. There are more, but I'm picking one. That's the visionary thing,
Yeah.
right? So you can tell me if you want about ETA. I don't know, but the visionary always thinks bigger than what the corporation or organizational structure can naturally support, right? Otherwise, it's not a vision, right? But then you have the COO or the COO or CFO who are like, or the chief financial officer or the chief operating officer that are like, that's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are we going to get this done?
Yeah.
One of them might say that's completely impossible. That's a 5-year plan because of fiscal issues, right? Financial issues. But what if one of those two other executives say to the CEO, that ain't gonna happen because we ain't got no money? What happens to the what happens to the company if they get to keep their job? Like, what happens to the company? So they all actually have a position to play, but if they don't understand their positions, then the CEO will be like, well, maybe I shouldn't cast such massive visions. Well, that's going to kill your company. What if the CFO says, well, I'm not going to tell them we ain't got no money for that right now? That's definitely going to kill your company, and it's going to kill your stocks. If you do stocks, it's going to kill your projections for for how much y'all going to earn.
Yep.
And so on. So everybody plays their position. So that's the key to all kinds of relationships, all kinds of interactions. If everybody understands where we fit into this thing.
But here's the funny thing. What I love about the assessment when you take it, D, and it's prevalent in all of us, there's who you are naturally. And then there's who you are when you're adapting to the situation. The whole idea is for you to operate. This is the reason for core values. What is it that's important to you?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What are the things that are important to you? Don't adapt to a situation, because if you adapt, another way for adapting is compromising your core values. Then you get into marriage and everything gets magnified, right? And you can only adapt for so long before it becomes painful and you get frustrated and one thing leads to another, and then boom, you're starting back at square again, right? So the whole thing is to operate where your strengths are. And if the two of you recognize what your strengths are, let me tell you something. It can be explosive. And I'm talking about in a good way. Yeah. And it's explosive for me in faith, in the sense that I've now come to the place where, and we talked about it early on, D, like when I'm setting up stuff for the company, or when I got to do stuff that relates to taxes and stuff, and it's a little bit organized, right? And it's light stuff, but it's just too much going on for me, and it racks my brain. Why? Because I'm a flamingo. I don't really deal with the details and the structure too much. I give it to faith, and it's nothing. And you said it earlier on. It's because it is nothing. It's
that's
nothing
right.
for
That's
her, because that's how she's wired. So I continue to do what I do in terms of idea, and I give it to her to bring structure to it. If I need stuff that relates to business, like, because the way that I want to do it, it won't be successful. So I need the structure. So I put it in her lap. She adds the structure to it. And then when we package it and put it out, it's explosive. Why? Because we, both of us, stood in our strengths, and we combined the strengths together. It's like Voltron. Oh, come on.
Yeah, but you got to be old to know what you just said there.
Oh, come on. There's a cartoon that we used to watch for the younger, you know what I'm saying? For the younger folk, you know, those who didn't know what cartoons was when cartoons were cartoons. I don't know what they got going on TV now, but they had the 5 lions. You had the yellow lion, the red lion, the green lion, and those all the same, the blue lion and the black lion, right? And when they came together to form Voltron, like for real, form feet and legs, form arms and torso, and I'll form the head. And let me tell you something, they were dope in their own different ways, the 5 lions. But when they came together to form Voltron and they said, form blazing sword, I don't care what was their opponent, it was a rap. You know what I'm saying? It was a straight rap. And that's what happens in marriage when we understand what our strengths are and we combine, and for real. And if it's a weakness that both of us have, like for real, delegate it out to somebody else and let somebody else take care of it.
Yeah, grown
You know
folks
what I'm saying?
that you have weaknesses. That's
Come
it.
on.
So what if I flip it on his head now, and now so we see how her manner of being was supportive and supplementary to you. What if, like, she or I were in a situation where there's a room full of people waiting for the next big thing that's about to happen, and you got to get that party started? You gonna send Faith out there to do it?
Oh, nah. Oh, nah.
Why not?
Nah, because that's not her strength. You know what I'm saying? That's my strength. So you send me out to do it. And she gets what she wants in terms of the structure of the environment. You know what I'm saying? And I get what I want in terms of let me tell you something, D. I realize, and we talked about it earlier on, I realize now why the dynasty of the Lakers did not continue. And it didn't continue because of Shaq and Kobe.
Dang.
Yo, like for real, you know where they come from. They come from the days of Magic and Akeem Olajuwon and AC Green and
Abdul-Jabbar flying.
Come on. Once he dropped that sky hook, and here's the funny thing: everybody realized everybody's strength. When Magic was coming down the court, get a ball to Magic.
6'9".
Oh, come on, and the handle was stupid.
Playing point.
The no look pass, like for real, and you knew that wherever your man was on the triangle, you know what I'm saying? Pat Riley running things from the hell. You know, from the helm. You know wherever Kareem was. Like you get the ball to him in the paint, it's a wrap. The sky hook was coming on top, and you
about 5 feet long, just his arm.
Yo, and you could not stop it. There was nobody in the game who ever shot that shot like Kareem ever again. Like, let's keep it 100. Like I loved Pat Ewing, but nobody shot it like him. But not to get off course, just look at the dynasty from that time to when Kareem left to Eldon Campbell, who ended up taking his place after. Because if you remember, Eldon used to play power forward. And then when he left, he shifted to the center. And after Eldon Campbell, then came Vladi Dottie. You know what I'm saying? Vladi Divac. You know what I'm saying? Who ended up like for real? Cooper, Byron Scott from the 3. Rick Fox, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the stages. James Worthy from back in the day, all the way up until where Shaq and Kobe come into the game. And then the Black Mamba got in the game and he was no joke. Let's keep it 100. Neither one of them was no joke. You know what I'm saying? When Shaq came in the game, he took in the center position and like for real, Shaq was all about the experience.
A lot of body in there.
Oh, come on. He was like, for real, you ran into Shaq, you was going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I remember there was one time where he was 303 pounds and had only 8% body fat. That's a brick wall, B. Brick wall. And when my man threw it on your head, it was a wrap. You had Spalding somewhere on the side of your face or whatever. But like for real, and then after he would shake, many a time he done rip the doggone rim out of the glass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you remember from back in the day. But after he shook it, he would throw the cue up, you know what I'm saying? Or he would come down and shimmy or whatever the case may be. Is meanwhile, when Kobe came down court and Kobe would back you down, spin on you, lay you, Kobe would shake you up, you know what I'm saying? Because the handle was dirty, you know, crossover, give you the jumper. Like he was all stats, like for real. Points, rebounds, assists.
Triple double. Let's get them and get to the next side. Let's back and forth. Back and forth until we win.
Results. Results. That's it. Results. Shaq was all experience. The reason that both the dynasty fell at their helm was because Shaq never understood that he needed to give Kobe results. And Kobe never understood that he needed to give Shaq the experience. And if Shaq gave Kobe results, he would get his experience.
Mm-hmm.
And if Kobe gave Shaq experience, he would get his results. They did not realize that who they were and how they were wired were interdependent upon one another. And because of that, they bucked heads on the court and off the court. And the end was, and it's the same thing that happens in marriage, fam. People say like, yo, if it don't work for y'all, how it's going to work for me? The dynasty ended. Marriages are going to end if we are not intentional and deliberate in 2019 about finding out who we are and how we are wired. So not only that we can create impact in our marriage, but the byproduct is creating impact everywhere. I'm looking I'm looking at Cardi B and I'm looking at my boy Offset right now. Whatever happened, I don't know what happened, but my man did what he did. And like, for real, she's like not checking for him no more. And they got a child together. So that's another child that's going to grow up without the father in the home.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what they're doing in terms of co-parenting, but for real, in 2019, we need to be deliberate, D.
Yeah.
For real.
Real talk. So one of the things that helped me years ago, because I got almost 18 under my belt, bro, in terms of marriage. And one of the things that helped me the first year was thinking, wait a minute, what if she tried to make me like her? It would be just as painful as me trying to make her like me. So that's called empathy, really, when you think about it. Because it's like if you ever try to squeeze me into Simone's way of doing things, it would be murdered. So why should I expect her to come along and just do things my way? That's insane. Like it's not respectful of the essence of who God created. You understand? So I really don't want to be married to somebody like me. And I actually like myself. I'm a pretty cool dude to get along with. But I definitely don't want to be married to somebody. I can't see two of people like me in the same house as a married couple. Like that would be crazy. So there's a reason why we complement and supplement each other, because we need to be helpful toward one another.
Yeah.
And it's a win. It's a triple win.
Triple win.
You bring children into the scenario, you got a triple win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it is. I embrace it. But the thing that helped me too is choosing the suitable mate.
That's it, D.
That's a total different program.
That's it. And in order to choose a suitable mate, it's people out here, D, you choosing mates and you don't know how you wire. You don't know yourself. In other words, I'm saying you don't know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, you can't choose nobody as a mate. It's imperative that you spend time with you, learning who you are before you bring somebody into your life.
Yeah.
To commit for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, and sickness and health until death do you part. Yeah, you need to know that. You need to know that. And so I'm saying, D, like for real, get to know you first so that you can choose a suitable mate. And once you choose a suitable mate, like for real, if you number one, if you go against the core values, like for real, if they're wired differently than what's, I always say, like for real, D, my daughter's mother, like I'm at the point now where she good, but
there you have it, y'all.
She was just good for me.
Time with us.
So yeah,
marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it
Word.
Yeah, I was just saying, D, like on the back end, I was just saying before the music came on that I realize now that I am as much to blame for, my past as it relates to divorce as much as it is for my ex-wife. Like for real, I realize now more so than there's nobody. I can only blame myself. I made that decision. Now, am I saying that she's bad? No, I'm not saying that she's bad. I'm just saying that she was bad for me.
Yeah. Understood. Simone and I almost married two other people. And in my case, I know I can only speak for myself. The woman I was about to marry is a great woman. but it wasn't it wasn't right for us to be married, and it couldn't possibly a diss to her.
Yeah,
it just is
what it is.
But I married my good friend Simone, and boy, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. So yeah, it looks like we'll holler at y'all. We're gonna try to find a way to get up with this dude Quest next week, Lord sparing life. And yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be on the beach or where he gonna be at, but he'll be somewhere.
Probably in the hotel lobby somewhere.
We'll try. Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll holler at you, but I guess before we say that, we got to deal with something important, Quest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
What happened to peace? Peace.